Hey, what's going on, everyone? New World Order Survival Guy. Today, I want to talk about emergency medical kit, medical bag. Um, an emergency medical bag, such as this one, is mainly your little mini hospital at home. This ain't emergency bug out kit, but this will be your shopping bag for that kit, which I'll get into a little bit later. Um, this is a kit or bag, excuse me. I bought this bag for 60 bucks. Um, this one is insulated, padded, good. It's a good sized bag. Now this is a build in progress still, so I will do a final, full and complete, packed medical emergency bag a little bit later on. Probably in a few weeks or so, I'll have basically what I need in here. But this is full of stuff nonetheless. Emergency shit hits the fan kit. I'll carry something like this, throw on my pack. This is a bunch of stuff. This is mainly for keep at the house, emergency shelter, or if you're hitting the road in car, vehicle, you want something like this to take with you in your destination. Obviously, you're not going to carry this in a bug out situation on your back or anything else. So let's get into some of this stuff that I have here. Once again, it's a work in progress. There's still quite a few things I want to put in here and to add and to get more of what I have in here on certain items. We'll start. Everybody should have a medical pack. A medical pack, especially in emergency situations when hospitals and clinics are not open, they're too crowded, or you don't have time or the means or whatever to get to some medical attention. It is super advised to have one of these. Now, you could buy medical kits, medical bags, and stuff like that online at many different places, but they are way overpriced. It's because they buy these items and then with all the shipping and handling and stuff like that, it gets pretty high price, and a lot of times double the price. It's always best to build your own pack, your own case. You can get exactly what you need. Because a lot of these medical kits and stuff like that, they're just packed full of stupid gauze and stuff like that. Even though gauze is good, gauze is not God. I mean, that's mainly what it is. And it's a lot of cheap items and stuff like that. You need to get the essentials and cut to the chase and pay for it yourself individually. That's what I did here, and it wasn't that much at all. All right, so I mean, in here, what is under 150 bucks? That's with the bag. So, and everything on here, or mostly everything in here, I got from Amazon. Simple. So, let's take a look at what we have in here thus far. So in here, this is some triple antibiotic cream that's in the inside lid of this. 2 different kinds. This came as a 4-pack. So I got 4 of those in here. And then I have some triple antibiotic Neosporin in here. Zip it up. You can see through it. But I like this bag because it came with all these little inserts and stuff like that, which I'll get into. In here is electrolytes. Water's not good enough. At some point, you need electrolytes to replenish the salts and stuff in your body. Highly advised to have this in your medical pack or medical shit hits a fan kit. Now, this bag is not organized to what it's gonna be. I just kind of threw stuff in here. I still left some stuff in boxes, which I'm not gonna do. After a while, I just did it just so it's easier to show you what is in here. Here, I would have a little thing. You don't even need a pack. You need pens, pencils, and notepads to write certain information down. For instance, if you have a tourniquet or something and you apply that pressure to the limb, you want to know how long you have it on. So if you do get a hold of some medical professional help, you can relay those readings and stuff to the medical profession. All right, so moving on. I got some nitrile exam gloves. These ones are extra large. Very good. Sterile gloves. In case you're working with some kind of blood or something like that, which you eventually will, you need some good gloves for that. So I have a box of them in here. I'm not going to leave them in the box. I'm going to put them in like a gallon Ziploc. Just want to show you from here. These right here are 100 non-woven gauze pads. Sterile. These are 4x4. They have non-woven and woven gauze pads. It's more beneficial and you get a lot more varieties of uses out of non-woven than woven, but woven is essential as well. So I am going to get some non-woven, which is good for like packing wounds and stuff like that. These are more absorbent for blood and stuff. There's just a lot more uses for this. So do your research and compare like I did and see what suits you. It's best to have both varieties, but I would say 70% non-woven, 30% woven. Okay. Next up, Band-Aids. Band-Aids, which I'm not going to leave in the box. I just have it to show you. And while I have room in here, I can just throw them in there. Band-Aids. Here's another package of Band-Aids. I haven't even opened yet. More Band-Aids. These are the pretty good flexible fabric. They're pretty cheap. You can get big packs of them. They're 100 in each of these. Very good. They're the decent size ones. Band-Aids, Band-Aids, Band-Aids. I hate them little plastic Band-Aids. I like the material ones. They seem to be a lot more effective. So, Band-Aids. Once again, I'll take them out of there. And then I even got another package of Band-Aids. This might be a little excessive, having 400 boxes of Band-Aids, or 400 Band-Aids in here with 4 boxes. But, you know, whatever. All right, moving on. I got hydrogen peroxide. A lot of people are going to carry them little packets, little sanitary packets to clean wounds and stuff like that. That's good. But I like to have peroxide on hand. If I can find what I'm looking for. And have a bag of cotton balls, or even these cotton pads, instead of those little wipes. You're going to get a lot more uses out of this than a big size pack of them wipes. Then you got a bunch of trash lingering, stuff like that. So, cotton balls, cotton pads, a very good thing. I also have a bottle of rubbing alcohol. These ain't no little chump bottles either. These are good sized bottles. They fit right in. Plenty of room. And we're moving on. A little brace, support, tweak a wrist, tweak an ankle, anything like that. You got this little thing that works very good, actually. So it doesn't hurt to have one of these in there. It's small, doesn't take hardly any space. Next thing, heartburn medicine, antacid. Those of you that have acid reflux or something like this, in emergencies, these can save you a lot of misery and pain. Let's see, what else do I have? I have all kinds of stuff in here. For eyes, you have something in your eye, which eventually happen when you're in that type of situation. Some saline or some eye wash, something to flush out your eye, could be a lifesaver and an agony saver. Don't forget this for your eyes. Bee sting kit, also known as a snake bite kit. You know, it's not really advised. I don't really advise it for snake bite kits because it says it's not really effective for snake bites, even though I have gotten venom out of these before, and it did work. It's just not advised. It's a little syringe suction. You put on these little things like that, or excuse me, like this. Put it on the wound, pull it, and then it draws out. Like if it's a bee sting, it'll have that thing, that little stinger popping up. You take a little tweezers or something, pluck it out, or to even come out with the little bit of pussy substance. And I also got some little iodine in here. So I have this in there. These are little eyeglasses with the mirror, so you can signal You got some in your eye or something. The mirror's good. And then you got these glasses like I've shown before. So you can see what the heck you're doing if you're old like me. And these are telescopic. Fold up. Put in this little tiny case. Nothing. Just throw it in there. Also, Q-tips. Very good for a medical pack for many different reasons. Q-tip. A razor. You get cut. You need to apply something on the arm, whatever. Where we got here. This. Vaseline. Good for many uses. You can put it on the bottom of your feet for blisters. They do have this stuff called blister mods. It's like a little pad, kind of like these, but a little bit smaller. And you can put them on your blisters, and it's supposed to heal your blisters and protect it at the same time. Put them on your feet, your hands, wherever you're getting blisters. Vaseline, there's many different uses for this medically, not to mention fire starters. You can use it for sunburn, all kinds of stuff. Vaseline, very good to have in your medical kit, and it goes a long way. Anything else on this side? Couple things. Some iodine tablets for water, just in case you need to clean something like that. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit to circulate to that water and dissolve and kill the bacteria and pathogens that's in that water, but you have that nonetheless. Got a little pocket knife. You can use it sharp to shave some of the hair off, to cut little packages or anything like that. It's just a little tiny little buck knife. I just keep that in there. So I'm going to put this stuff back in here and move on to the more important things. So, let's see. Right here, I got these moldable splints. These are very good. They're from Rhino Rescue. Very good, very handy. Because when you are trying to survive, man, and you're out trekking around and stuff, you're bound to twist an ankle, twist your wrist, something. You can break something. Many different uses for a splint. Then you just use like an ace bandage. I mean, this will mold into, you can just form it into whatever you need. And this could save your ass and get you back to safety. I got a couple of them. As of now. So this definitely in my medical pack. Wound packing. Get a gunshot, get impaled by something. You're gonna pack these in that wound to stop the bleeding. This is really compact in here. It don't look like hardly anything. But this is one of the things I need to get a lot more of. So that's definitely an asset to have in your medical pack. Next thing I have, emergency laceration closures. You might have seen these. These are very good. The picture basically shows you right there how to do it. Clean it off a little bit and put that on, or you could dump some of this peroxide on it. Put the thing on, pull it. It'll close that wound up. Put a little bit more of this peroxide, and then wrap it. Wrap it with the bandage or something like that. Keep it clean, because infection is what's going to be a bitch in survival. So you got to keep your wounds clean. That's why I have this peroxide and this alcohol and other stuff too. Yeah, emergency laceration closures. Very good. Next, I have these chest seals. These chest seals. You get shot in the chest, take a chance of having a collapsed lung. Get these chest seals. There's 2 in each package. This is non-vented, and this is vented. They'll have a little vent in the center of it to allow, I guess, the pressure or something to come out. There's many different aspects of it, so look into it. Chest seal, vented and non-vented. Military uses them. A lot of emergency first aid responders will use them, especially when you're out in the wilderness and it's going to be a while before you get to a hospital. This will save your life. And when you're talking about this day and age with all this bullshit going around, people are getting nutty. It's going to get crazy. I guess I'll save most of that for my next show, maybe tomorrow, about this Civil War stuff spewing up with all this Charlie Kirk stuff and all this crap. It was definitely some sort of tactic to build the pressure up to divide us, and in return it's going to conquer us and have us do a civil war against each other. Even though I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, I'm an independent thinker. I think for myself. They're all crooks, but I'm still going to get caught in the middle. So everybody's going to get caught in the middle. It's going to be a freaking war zone as it appears. It's just getting nuttier and nuttier. And this is the goal of the elites, the goal of the globalists. They want to stir up some shit and have us destroy ourselves, so our country and the rest of the world will be so unstable and all that, they're going to let us just be like a cesspool of shit, and then they're going to come in with this new world order and set new rules in place and stuff like that, and people are going to... It's coming. Next thing I have, these are great. These are emergency Israeli bandages. These things are terrific. Here, I'll open one up. I bought these in a package of 8. So there's 8 of them in here total. Get mine. See, this is why you need that little buck knife. Little Israeli bandage. These are super great. I was dying to get some of these in my kit. Real nice, thick, soft. Real big. So, I want to sit there and do it, but you wrap these around your arm, around, or whatever limb, and then you're going to come in here like this, and then come in through the other way. And then what's going to happen is you're going to go back the other way and continue wrapping. And it's going to put a real tight pressure on the wound. These, in my opinion, are an absolute must and extremely beneficial bandage to have on there. Very good. Everybody needs these in their medical kit, their medical bag, and their medical kit. So it's not, I forget what I paid for these, but it's not much. I bought them in an 8-pack deal. I don't know, it might have been like $20 or something like that for 8 of these. And they are phenomenal. Moving on. Let's see. I have Squirrel's Nut Butter. This for chaffing. You're walking, you're treffing, you're sweating, you're excreting oils and salts and stuff like this. It's gonna the friction is just gonna wear your skin down. You're gonna have rashes, you're gonna have blisters, you're gonna have swelling welts and stuff like this. This is gonna prevent that. And even if you already have it, you can put some of this on, or some Body Glide, which I have a couple in here somewhere in there. I'll find it in a minute. But this is great. It's like a salve, and it's really good for your skin, and it'll really help you out. I mean, this if you don't have this, this could take you out of commission. Bandana. Been used for bandana. Carmex chapsticks. I like this kind because it has this tight lid and it's a hard thing. And even if it does get hot and it melts, it's still going to be contained in this container without leaking out. Like some of those other ones. And the sticks, the little screw-on, yeah, those suck. I like these. Very good. This toilet paper / coin tissue. You wet one of these tablets, dunk it in water, expands out to a towel. You can use it for all sorts of stuff, even addressing wounds and stuff like cleaning wounds. Very good. Hypothermia, Mylar blankets, extremely good. Lifesaver. It's not the do-all shelter, but there's something that you can wrap around. It's like an 8-foot by 6-foot or something like that. Very cheap. Couple bucks. Hypothermia. Always carry some paracord right here. I believe, I'm not sure if this is the 550 paracord or the 1000 paracord, but either one will work good. This is some more. This is called Duke Cannon Balm. Basically, like a chapstick. You can also use this for sunburns and stuff like that, as well as this and this and the Vaseline. So any of them petroleum products, very good. And many other uses. Got some mosquito squirt. High DEET in there. I just have it in this medical pack. Here's another pair of them glasses. Bam. Got some electrical tape. You can use that for all kinds of stuff. You can use it for splints, whatever else. Here is the Body Glide, a little bit more portable to put in something like this. Get in that in a little bit. A flashlight. Flashlight at nighttime. You need to check out something. You need to keep a little flashlight in this pack. Hand sanitizer. Little bottle, bigger bottle, whatever. Some hand sanitizer is beneficial. Here's some lotion for dry skin. Your dry skin cracks, bleeds, stuff like that. It's going to be a nuisance. It's good to have some sort of lotion. Maybe even more than this, obviously, because this is just a little travel size. Cocoa butter. some kind of moisturizer for your skin. A lighter, you never know. It goes along with this hypothermia stuff. You have a lighter in here. You ain't gonna dig nowhere else. Whatever. You have a lighter in here. It's always good to have. I keep a lighter in my medical kit. I keep a lighter in my get out bag. I have lighters and stuff everywhere. So that's a good thing. Antibacterial soap. Some more coin tissue. Some more of that. And this right here, potassium iodide for your thyroid. This ain't going to protect you from radiation on your skin or anything like this. It just protects your thyroid, because radiation iodide will seek a place to be, and they like your thyroids. So this will fill your thyroids. And they also use this for other medical reasons also. It ain't just a nuclear something. It's they use this for all sorts of protection, of different ways of protecting your thyroid from stuff. So do your research, because there's a lot into this. There's a lot to know about this. This will not protect you from a nuclear attack or something like that, but it will protect your thyroid where that radiation wants to go. But will not do nothing to your skin or anything else. Just your thyroid. You don't even need this in there if you're not. I'm not in an area where I really got to worry about that, but I have it. I have some. So at one point in time, these were really hard to get, so that's why I got it, just in case. So, all right, moving on. This has little poke thing. You get a hangnail, ingrown nail, something like that. You got this to dig it out, to do little tedious things. It's a little sharp point. This is part of a file kit. You got toenail clippers, and you got the little fingernail clippers. I've always used just one for both, but whatever. It's a kit, little leather kit, real leather. It's good to have in here for many different reasons. That's all in here. Put this stuff back in here real quick. Yeah, you can feel a lot of shit in here. In there. Bam. Done. Oh, another thing of potassium iodide. Alright. So, moving on. I have a suture kit. Let me plop my table down. A suture kit. This comes with, let me put on my specs. That's why I need glasses in here. Includes a large variety of suture threads and section of suture instruments. Hegar needle holder, Adson forceps, suture threads, suture scissors, and scalpel blades. I believe it's like $20. Comes in a case. So I figured, you're gonna have these bandages, and that's like a temporary thing. It's best to have stitches, sterile. You got tweezers, so that's also should be in your kit, for splinters, for bee stings, for all kinds of stuff too. They have a lot bigger kits, but I figure this will be enough for now for me. Then in here, Um, all these different threads. There's a shitload of them. Ugh. These ones are silk braided. You got 4 of these. Silk braided threads. You got some scalpels, blades. You got a couple more scalpel blades. You got 6 so far. I guess that's it. Then you got some nylon monofilament threads. And then you got polypropylene monofilament. 4 of those. And then you got polyester braided. Now, this reminds you, on each one of these packets, there's those little needles, a curved needle that's already connected onto each one of these. So these are ready to go. They are sterile and they are ready to use. So I would seriously consider get some of these. You can even buy little things to practice your suturing. They sell like fake arms or whatever. Or just, I mean, they're not expensive. You know, you're probably thinking, oh shit, that's a lot of money. But it's really not. You know, for like $30, you can get this and a fake little something to practice on. Because you got to kind of know what you're doing, right? So, I mean, you're not going to take a medical class. So, if you really look at like some of these YouTube videos of them doing sutures and stuff like that, and get a little practice arm or something like that, you can get it good enough. I gave myself stitches without this type of crap, you know what I mean? Back in the day. So, I mean, it wasn't pretty, but it worked. So, that right there. I'm just going to put this back in here for now. Like I said before, I am not going to leave it in these stupid boxes. I just basically have it to show you. Let's see what else we got in here. I got another Mylar blanket. I got this a lot better brace for an ankle. This thing really supports. I've used it quite a few times. Because, yeah, I jacked my ankle and this really helped. Not necessarily this brand or anything like that, but it's come in useful, handy. So I need it, so I'm gonna keep it in here. In there. Now, in here, I have a bug bite pen. It helps with itching and stuff like that. They even have some like these for like poison oak, poison ivy. Can't say them both at the same time. Very helpful. I have this, it's a kit. It's a little tweezer kit thing for ticks. It's a tick remover. And it comes with a little light beam thing in there. So, really good little tweezer things to remove ticks. I have a stethoscope, which I've had for many years. I just stuck it in there, you know. I had it, so I might as well just stick it in there. Keep the medical stuff together. These scissors, there's many different kinds, and they're many different prices. These ones were like $10, but it had very extreme high ratings, and it was like 30,000 ratings, and it had like a 4.7 or something like that. 4.8, 4.7. Got it from Amazon. Madison Supply. Very good. I am gonna get a couple more, different kinds, just so I can try them out and see which one is good. All right, so I'm missing something. I had some other shit in here. Oh no. Yeah, I'm sitting there wondering where the hell my other shit is. I have some Quick Clot and a couple other things. So, anyways, now everybody knows tourniquet. This is a cat tourniquet. I have one right now. I want to get at least like 3 more tourniquets. These are very good tourniquets. They're wide. There's obviously different kinds, but you want the ones that are a little bit wider because they do a better of a job. They have ones that are pretty thin, but they suggest you wrap it a couple times. It's like, nah. Time is of the essence. That's why when you have a tourniquet, I'd have some stuffed in your bag, but like I said before, I'd have some stuff in one of these magazine holders, 7.6 or 7.62. Sorry, you carry it in one of these things. Have it on your hip. Have it on the outside of your backpack. Somewhere you can reach it quick. And obviously, you're not going to still have it in the package. You're going to have it ready to go. So, tourniquets ready to go. If you're going to have them in your bag, have them readily accessible on your person at all times in a survival situation. So, very good. For now, I'm going to stick this back in here. Another thing I got is these rechargeable headlamps. Headlamps. These are great. Now your hands are free. You need to look. This is adjustable. Very good. This brand is, fuck, the hell. This was a good deal. Lepro Lee. These were like 2 for $20 or something like that. 2 for $16, something like that. Extremely high ratings. They said the batteries last a very long time on here. They're bright. And they have this little thing where you can recharge it. These are little cords that they come with. I have a power bank, and then I have a little portable solar charger that can easily plug this in, and it ain't gonna take much to charge these little LED lights. Very good. So there it is. I haven't even turned it on yet. So different brightnesses and stuff. Get 2 of them with 2 of these chargers under $20 for both of them together. Amazon. Lepro, I guess that's what that is. That's an O on the end. It's a little damn smiley face, but LE, very high ratings. You go on Amazon, look at it, high ratings, and people are happy. And there's lots of people that buy those. So very good. Like I said, I have some damn. Oh, there it is. There's some fell down in the bottom. QuikClot. This ain't very much, but this will clot your blood to stop the bleeding. Many different types of uses for these, but all in the neighborhood of stop bleeding. It's all about stopping the blood flow. You can pack gauze. You can put this on top and stuff it in, and then wrap it with the ace bandage. Whatever. Make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. You know, because there's a lot that goes into some of these things and details I can't give you because I'm not a medical profession. I'm just someone that's trying to collect supplies and then basically finding out the details of how to do it after. A lot of the stuff I buy, I already know how to apply it and stuff like that. I do recommend technical stuff that's gonna be kind of hard to memorize and stuff like that. There's a lot of detail and stuff like that. Buy books, even paperback books. You can stick them in the back of this pack, slide them in right here, plenty of room, and you know it'll be your little pamphlet of showing you how to do it. And they have a lot of those things and first aid kits and stuff like that. They show you how to apply and how to address a lot of these devices and applications. So that's basically all. That is all I have right now in my kit. Like I say, it's not a bug out unless you're driving in a car or have a bicycle or something that has a trailer. And I want to talk about that here in a couple more shows or so. Hand carts and bike trailers. All right, so you need to get out. You have this stuff. You know what? You just put what you need in here. Just stuff it real quick. Throw in the QuikClot. Throw in these little packages right here. Put some Band-Aids. Put some other stuff like that you'll need, or you just have it already separate. You get a little bit more extra. I mean, you can just what you need and shove it in here. Throw it in your survival pack and get the fuck out. There's other items that I need to get for this to make it complete. Anti-diarrheal medicine. Everybody knows being out in the wilderness or survival, whatever, you're going to drink some water that's going to be questionable. You're going to eat some food that's going to be questionable. And you need some anti-diarrheal medicine. A burn kit is also a big one that I am going to get for that pack. Should have everything you need for a burn. The basic things that you can get for a burn until you can receive medical help. And if you can't receive medical help, this burn kit will be better than nothing. Want to get some wrap gauze. Now, this doesn't include any medication. This doesn't include antibiotics, ibuprofen, Advil, Tylenol, any of those type of things, which is a necessity in itself. So you do need to get a little pack or something, a med pack, a medicine pack, not a medical application kit like that. You need some Desitin, some kind of rash cream. There's many different reasons why you can get rashes and stuff like that. So that's really good to have in here. Allergy medicine, some antihistamine, something like that, Benadryl, something, pills, the liquid. I suggest the pills because they're smaller. You can contain them. You can get one of these little things right here and just fill it up because they come in them little aluminum packages with plastic and stuff like that. You can just empty a whole shitload in one of these or a smaller one, whatever. Throw cutting a couple cotton balls on top. That'd be good. There's more dressings and type stuff for gunshots, which I'm telling you, gunshots are going to be extravagant, and it's happening because everybody is going to be crazy and wild, and people are going to be robbing, shooting, all this shit. You want good stuff to address for gunshots. I already explained the eye wash, eye drops. I'm telling you, you're going to need some eye wash. You get something in your eye at work, you go in that little thing, that little sink thing that they have for eye wash, little center. You wash your eye out. Yeah, that'll take you out of commission. You can't see what you're going to do. You ain't going to do shit. You need a good bottle of eye wash. You could have sanitizer wipes, alcohol wipes, stuff like that. I also would like to get a bottle of iodine to clean wounds and stuff also. You're going to address sutures and stuff. It's best to have some iodine. It's made for more deeper cuts and stuff like that. They have these breathing apparatuses. I'm not sure what they're called. Dang it. I was going to have a little thing on it. But these things that if you have a blocked airway or something like that, it's like this tube, and there's like two different sizes, one for smaller kids and one for adults. I'll have to get back to you, and I will have that on my next video of the medical pack. Thermometer. You want a thermometer to regulate your inner core temperature, so you know how to go about that. You can have some flu and cold medicine, but that'll be with the meds and stuff like that. You just want to prevent yourself from getting sick much as possible. Like I say, any braces or splints is going to be a plus in this. Have a lot more blood stop or quick clot, something like that. Would be great. More tourniquets than just that one I have. Israeli bandages, very good. You need aspirin for pain. Rub it on bee stings. You can also use aspirin to take to stop a heartburn, prevent heartburn. You get them low dose aspirins, and you take it if you're susceptible to heart attacks. You take a low dose of these aspirins daily, and it'll help prevent you from having a heart attack. Orajel, tooth pain, and just a dental kit, period. You have sutures, you have all this stuff. You want to be able to take super painful areas of your body and be protected of it. Teeth are no exception. That is super bad pain it can get. So you might want to look into, I have some dental books. I have medical books. I have all kinds of books. And I got some that are pretty small enough where I can fit in there. And they're not too heavy. But get the dental tools. I mean, it's freaking pain. But, it's basically going to resort to how they did it in the old days with those little forceps and freaking bottle of whiskey or however they did it. But that's basically what it's going to come to. Now, infection is a big one, and they didn't really have nothing to fight infection back in the old days. So, as much as you learn and know and remember, the better off you're going to be. Better off you and your family is going to be. And a better of an asset that you're going to be to whatever group or conjugation that you're in. You know, a lot of benefits can come from that. You having a medical kit when nobody else does can be very beneficial to you as well. As long as they don't do something to you and take it. So, my point is, yeah, you just want as much shit as you can. Like I said, you're not going to carry it on your pack. This is not what I'm saying. You're going to carry this shit. If you have a means to transport it easily, like a vehicle or something like that, that's what I'm talking about. Otherwise, this is for home. You need to bug out. You go shopping in your own bag of what you will possibly need. Stuff it in one of these. You can fit a lot of shit in there. You know, and it'll get you from point A to point B. Hopefully. Safely. But, any more things that you can think of, please drop down in the comments below. I like to hear it because I'm still building my kit. That's just what I have thus far. And so, you know, times are getting crazy. I'm telling you. You can all see it. Everybody can feel it. I know you guys can feel it. Something's going down. You got them freaking Looney Tunes Satanist liberals that have no heart. I just want to, you know, they just love to see death when it comes to people that don't agree with them or something like that. It's just crazy. So you got Looney Tunes. Get prepared. Everybody get prepared. Not only medical kit, but protection. Protect yourself. If you can, carry your firearm. Have it ready to go. Don't be a victim. Don't be a victim. You know, I just kind of keep quiet on things like that. I'm not going to be putting myself out there and stuff like that. I'll be ready to go if need be. But I'm not going out looking for trouble. I just keep quiet, keep to myself. Yeah, I'm out here doing a YouTube show, but anybody I know don't, except for like immediate family, none of my neighbors, nobody knows that I do this YouTube show. So they have no clue. So get ready, get prepared. It's coming. Don't stop prepping. Get ready, get planned. Because it's going to get crazy. They're not going to stop. All this, you know, it dies down for a little bit, then it goes back up and stuff like that. They don't like it to die down. They do it to just exhaust people, exhaust their brain, you know, and then, and meanwhile, they just take handfuls of your freedoms and liberties and stuff like that. And it's just, people just start to not care anymore because they're just like, oh, we've been through this so long. Oh. And they'll, you know, it's like they'll cry out war and, oh shit, get ready. And then there won't be no war. And then they'll say, oh, war again. You know, and people's like, oh, it's like boy cry wolf. It's just like, we don't care anymore. We don't care. That's what they want you to do. That's their strategy. The strategy is to wear you down. Because they're not going to stop. They're not tired. And both Republican, Democrats, the political people, are one and the same. They just have two different objectives of doing it, but they all work for the same globalists. They both work on two sets of people. Republican, Democrats is just an illusion of choice. Everybody's being tricked. Does any of them care about the people? Of course, they'll talk a big game to get in office, and then, I mean, look at Trump. Trump is supposed to be the guy for the people, but he lied about everything. You just can't trust him. What's wrong with just thinking rationally for yourself? What's right for the people? Don't just assume, oh, Trump knows more than I do, so blah, blah, blah. He doesn't know shit. He just knows what the globalists tell him to do. Ain't nobody looking out for us but us. And no, especially nobody's looking out for you or me, but you and me. Get everything, man. Get your medical, get your food thing situation, have a plan of where you're going to go if shit hits the fan. Don't think, man, if you guys are in those big population centers, big metropolitan cities, know that you're not driving out of there. When shit hits the fan, you're not driving out of there. You're going to be gridlocked. You ain't going nowhere. So you got to think of alternative routes, alternative ways to get through from the inner city to your destination. You got to have that planned and coordinated way beforehand. Otherwise, you're going to be a target in that middle of the highway. And 20, 30 miles ahead of you and 20, 30 miles in back of you, gridlock. What do you think a lot of them people in them cars are going to do? They're going to rob you. Some shit's going to happen. And you're going to be too far away, you know, police ain't going to come and help you. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? That's chaos, right? That shit hits the fan. That's, you know, every man for himself. There are some good people out there, but I mean, when it's happening everywhere, nobody's going to put themselves out there. You know, they're just different people. There's people that put themselves out there, but don't ever count on anybody helping you. You got to be prepared and protect yourself. Always have a plan for every situation. Always. That's all I got. Please like, share, subscribe. Like I said before, include something in the comments below if you have something to add about any of these subjects. New World Order, Survival Guy. Have a good night. Catch you on the next one.